Okay, good morning, teacher. Today we're going to talk about the test taking strategies. The lesson 12 is read and then write for all the levels.
Okay. First, we have the step one that is introduce the item type. This task requires learners to read a short narrative that disappears. They must and then reconstruct the text, demonstrating reading comprehension, accurate writing, and correct use of sentence structure and word order and connection. So this task is not about memorizing the whole text. It is about understanding the main ideas and rewriting them in your own words. So students should keep the same meaning, but they can use different words and sentence structure. So this is what they have to do. Read the passage, and after 30 seconds, the passage will disappear and they have to rewrite the passage in your own words, and you have 120 seconds to write your answer. So here we can see the passage or the example. And the on this part, students only need to remember the main events and the correct order. And then we have, well, the step two, which is present the item type strategies. For the first strategy, use the 30 seconds to carefully read the text and understand both the gist of the story and narrative structure. So it is important that they use these 30 seconds to understand the story instead of trying to memorize every word. For the strategy two, rewrite the text using your own words while keeping the main ideas. And the strategy three, check your grammar and spelling before you submit your answer. So by following of these strategies, a student can write a clear and accurate response.
Okay, so we have the step 3, explain and practice each strategy. This strategy 1, this strategy helps students identify the main idea of the text quickly. Students have 30 seconds to read the passage before it disappears, and they should focus on the main idea instead of every word. First, the teacher gives the students a short example text, then students read it and identify the overall message by dividing it into smaller sections. And finally, they share their answers orally without taking notes. This strategy improves reading comprehension and helps students focus on the most important information. So, next slide, please. And we have step 3, again, explain and practice each strategy. So this strategy is about checking students' big work before they submit it. And after grading their answers, students review their grammar and spelling. The teacher monitors and provides support if needed. And then the teacher shows the example answers so students can compare their work and identify any mistakes. This strategy helps students improve the accuracy and quality of their writing.
Okay, as you can see, here we have the passage. So the students have to check the sentences for the content, grammar, and spelling, etc., as well comparing this example with their own. So the station is that in group of four, compare the examples respond with the text writing among the groups. Ask students to notice some of different ways of constructing sentences and synonymous and etc. and make it a list. And after that, the feedback as a class. And now we have the step number 4, that is respond to a read and then write item. The student needs to read the passage carefully, then they will have 30 seconds to read and 90 and 120 seconds to write your response. Then they need to apply three strategies and learning in this lesson while completing the task.
Now let's see the last step. Step 5 is the feedback stage. And at this point, a student reflect on how they complete the task and think about the strategies they use. The first thing that they do is we ask if they were able to apply the 3 strategies, understanding the main idea, rewriting the text in their own words, and checking the grammar and the spelling. And then we ask which strategy was the most difficult and which one was the most useful. And finally, students compare their writing with a partner or in a small group. And then they discuss similarities and differences, identify mistakes, and learn new ways to express the same ideas. And the goal of this step is to encourage self-reflection, peer feedback, and improvement in the writing skills. Bye-bye.